Hey guys, well, I know you're receiving this video after this time, but for me right now, it is 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is exactly when the hard fork is supposed to be coming out for Ethereum. So let's see what actually happens on that. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch this, make sure you guys do watch the Cardano video. I am selling all my positions with limit orders in here. I'll show you exactly why I am doing this and at what price. So make sure you guys don't miss that. Okay, let's go over VET. I'm going to show you guys the best trade setups if you want to take a short or a long position. You guys ready for that? Got a lot of people, wondering, Travis, you haven't done VET for a while. I'm so sorry, guys. Bitcoin and Ethereum are obviously taking the spotlight, specifically Ethereum the last few days. So let's just get in here and I'll show you guys what I'm thinking. And like I said, before the end of the video, I'll give you guys the best entry for a long trade, the best entry for a short trade, and I'll explain to you why. And you'll understand why it's a very good entry. Okay, let's take a look at this. Price versus money flow. What is happening in the market here? So if this, I kind of did this a little bit on the last video for 88, but I want to draw this out for you guys again one more time. Take a look at this. See how this money flow is just dipping down right now? If this continues to dip down, anything like that, and you guys see price structure starting to move up like this is like a no-no for the price to move up. This is not a good sign whatsoever. Make sure you guys have the price versus the money flow and the trend exhaustion on your guys' TradingView account. You guys get the source code and everything. If you guys want that real quick, I'm not going to spend much time on this. Go to tradeconfident.io, click the indicators tab. Here they all are. They're 60% off. Yes, prices are going to go up September 1st. Okay, if this price structure starts moving sideways or moving up, that means obviously price structure is moving up. But if money starts flowing out of the market, while that happens, this is showing me divergence of money flow relative to price structure, which usually will actually push this back down and you guys will see a drop in price, okay? Make sure you're watching that. Also, the trend exhaustion down here is getting higher up to this top red section. When we've hit this section, we have seen drops in the price. So VET dropped here. We saw over here. We saw a very nice drop in the market. This is actually what I ended up using, this indicator, to call this drop, and I ended up exiting. You guys have probably seen me like a broken record on this. I ended up exiting 88 at the exact top up here, and then I ended up buying back in. I did the exact same thing with Dogecoin as well, where I ended up exiting at the top point. Give it a second here. I ended up exiting up here, and we started to move back down. Well, how did I do that? I used the trend exhaustion with the actual metrics. Okay, back over VET. What I want you guys to pay attention to is the past history of what's happened when we've gotten up here. We saw a nice drop. Even right here in this move up, we could not continue any further, and we saw a drop back down. Take a look at this right here. We saw a move up and a drop back down. Take a look at this, a move up and a drop back down. So this is kind of a perfect storm for people expecting the price to go down, because if we hit up here and we break this ascending support line, which is right here in gray, that would then give us a lot of bearish momentum in the market as this starts screaming back down, which will give you guys a perfect entry in this video for a short trade, and I'll show that to you, okay? Let's go over here to VET. You guys can access this with your membership. You guys know this by now unless you're brand new. It's $49 a month. You get access to all the metrics as well as live trade calls every single day. Every single day I have a chart that you guys can read that updates, that you guys can take live trades, and I will be going over that in this video. Okay, VET, this will update at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, exactly 2 hours, hour and 56 minutes at this moment. Okay, the emotional index of the market for VET is sitting at greedy and excited. This is very clear. The last time we got up here, we saw a drop in the market. We got excited, we saw a drop in the market. We got excited, we saw a drop in the market. We got greedy, we saw a huge drop in the market, okay? So this has been holding very, very true. So as far as an emotional perspective on VET, it makes sense to me why people are still feeling excited and maybe even pushing up into greedy for some people's feelings. They're like, man, we've headed up quite a bit here, and if you guys actually go to the daily time frame here, this has not seen a really, really nice, healthy correction to the downside. Yes, we're used to seeing this in the market because we're looking at past history, but it's a move up and a nice correction back down. A move up and a nice correction. A move up and a nice correction. A move up and a nice correction. We're pretty much just heading up and consolidating. So I still feel that the overall market is still on like little bit of pins and needles here of like, did this actually get enough, a healthy enough higher low? And if we break below this line here, I know people are going to look to go short on this. Okay, keep following me here as we move down. Long versus short trade risk. If you were, I joke about this a lot, but if my mom was like, Travis, I want to enter in VET, my brother, my family, whatever. If you guys were to ask me over email, I want to enter into VeChain right now, what would I do? I would say I would absolutely not be market ordering anything, not a long trade, not a short trade. The reason for that is this assesses the actual risk. I've never seen a metric out here like this, and I wanted it, so I coded it for myself, and now you guys get it. But this is the risk. So like if you're waking up in the morning and you see this up here in a good short trade and great short trade, like those are the trades that have the least amount of risk reversing on you. is a short trade. And then we started moving back down here. Does that make sense, guys? Like when I called this was up here into the actual good and great short trade area. That's why we ended up just calling that short, and people made money on that. Okay, I called an exit. People were able to take a short if they chose to on that. Okay, which obviously a short is correlated to a sell if you're in a long position. All right, moving down here, taking a look at well and institutional smart money, we see that smart money is pulling off. They are pulling off their short trades, and when this happens, it takes pressure out of the market, and it actually ends up pushing the price up. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? The whales are going to trade opposite of the retail trader emotions. It's very obvious. I've shown this to you too many times. If you take a look at the last bull run up, people got very excited and they got greedy. Well, that bull run up is exactly this move right here, where a ridiculous amount of short trades, like this called it perfectly, entered into the market for short trade sentiment, and they're like, you know what? Emotions are very high in traders. We're going to short. They're going to create the liquidity for us to get into all of our short trade positions. That's exactly what happened. They came down and crashed the market. Well, you're not going to be heading up very fast, guys, when you start seeing short trade sentiment. It basically chopped this off here, and it said, nope, consolidation zone, and we're going to try to push it back down. All right, so it's a very smart metric to be watching there. Okay, this is where we get into where you guys are going to be placing your prices, and not this exactly, but I'm going to go over that in a second. Support and resistance prices. Where could this head if we start moving up? 9.3. Let's look at 9.3 real quick. So 9.3 is right here on the chart. Let me get a little bit lower here. Right about there. Structure high. So yes, we could start moving up here around to that area, but it would end up putting us at not only structure, but basically the descending resistance as well, which could see it move back down. Well, another thing about that is as we get higher up there, we're actually closer to the ascending support, which if broken could drop us down even faster. All right, follow me on here. This entry is going to make sense. Also for structure low, it's at 8 cents flat. So if you guys take a look at 8 cents, that puts us right around this area at this structure low here. If that is hit, it's an official break of the ascending support, and this is where we could head down fast. I'll get here in a second. Dollar cost average. If you guys are like Travis, I understand you love day trading and you're paper hands and you take money out of the market and you're doing really good. I just want to be a diamond hand holder, and I will never bag on you guys for being diamond hand. I have nothing against them. Really, guys, at the end of the day, this is what people need to be saying in the comments. What works best for you, man? Do diamond hands? I understand you might have kids, you have work, you're not able to trade every day like Travis is in the morning. That is why I paper trade. I have tried doing diamond hands. I make so much more money being paper hands trading in and out of the market. Like, I make so much more money. So why would I change what I do? Okay. Anyways, if you guys want to just dollar cost average, these are great places to look to buy the dips in the market and just ride it up over the next 5-10 years. That's what this metric is for. Taking a look at exit points down here, we see that we got really far overextended, and that's why I think we could be due for a healthier higher low where VET could go down further. All right, now watch this. This was obviously calling the drop here, called the drop there, called the drop here, called the drop there, called the drop there, called the drop here. Extremely accurate indicator. All right, now this is what I want you guys to be looking at. You guys get access to this when you have a membership over here. Come all the way over and go down here to VeChain. This is my exact calls that I'm going to be giving you guys right now for VET for the best long trades and short trades. You guys ready for this? This is it right here. Follow these lines. At 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in an hour and 51 minutes, because it's 6:09 right now, recording this video. You guys will see it obviously a little bit later for rendering purposes. We are going to have a white dotted line come out. That's going to be the live price. My prediction, and this is honestly, guys, this is a very, very good trade setup. Like, please listen to this. This is good. This is a very good trade setup. If you guys end up coming in here, my suggestion is if you have $1,000 to split this up into 4 equal portions. For example, $1,000 would be $250. Each of the 4 yellow lines below the white dotted line are the 4 places for your buy limits. The first one should be in here, not financial advice. I need to make this clear. The first one, personal opinion, the first one should be in here at 0.0755. Okay, let me explain why this is so important. I need to put this on here. This will make sense if you guys stay around for this whole video. I'll explain to you why I have these lines at certain levels. I'm going to put this in here so you guys can see this and you'll understand why. 755, and I think I went out to another decimal. I want to go out to one more decimal here. 7558. Okay, let me get an 8 in here. I know this isn't just, I'll explain here. So this is where the first entry for a long trade is. Your first buy limit is right here, and then follow these metrics down here as you start going down for buy limits in your exchange. Guys, I literally do this every single time I trade. All of my buy limits for Ethereum, all my buy limits for ADA, and even my sell limits for for 88 are all following these charts over at tradeconfident.io. And you guys know I've been doing well on this channel, okay? So that is your first buy limit for a long trade. Now, for a short trade, I'm going to give that to you guys. I'm going to explain why they're at those levels. For a short trade, it is at 0.095. So let's go over and mock that up for a short trade. 0.095. So let's come in here, 0.095. And I'm going to give you guys the reasoning for this. Let's make this red so we can make this very clear. All right, why this price down here? The reason for this is that this sits at what's called a quarters theory number, which is 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents. A whole number is $1, $2, $3, $4. 75 cents is a place where I know that a lot of bots are going to want to get in here, and a lot of retail traders, because it's very exciting and enticing to see on your books that you got in at a whole quarters theory number, okay? I also know that bots out there take into account the high and the low of the candle, which is the wick high and the wick low, not the body high and the body low, which is correlated to candle open and candle close. The high and the low is the high of the wick and the bottom of the wick. I want you guys, and this is purposely why I did this, the bottom of the wick sits down here at 0.074. I got everybody above the quarters theory, and I got you guys in at 0.07558. Yes, I know this is tedious. I would enter in 0.07558 in your exchange, okay? Guys, this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm showing you what I'm doing. I'm up $200 here. I showed you guys in the past videos. I've just exited $540 on the previous trade, and I ended up exiting another $216. I've been taking profits out. I have never taken profits out when I've dipped below my $10,000. I have always taken them out above that, so these are all true profits. Some people online are like, they can take profits out and show you, hey, I made this withdrawal, but they go into their actual account balance, and obviously I could do a 5,000 withdrawal, but you guys would see this down to 5,000. So I just want you guys to know this is all true withdrawals, and this is what I'm doing. I'm using these charts. All right, let me finish this, and I'll finish this video. Why this area here? Well, if you guys take a look at this, this correlates to structure high here, but we also need to be below the obvious 10 cents. 10 cents is going to be a place where a lot of people are like, okay, I'm selling this because it's a whole cent. It's a whole cent number, okay? The quarters theory and whole number theory is at $1, $2, and such like that, okay? But 10 cents is where I think people are going to want to get out. So I think 0.095 for a short trade would give people a fake out to the upside, put you at resistance, and that is where I expect the greatest level to move us back down. All of these levels in here, guys, this is like crazy. I don't know why people aren't using this more. Maybe we'll be the first ones to actually like adopt this new way of trading. All of the levels above the white line, guys, are all the places the price is expected to drop back down the fastest, which gives you the best place for your long trade exits, which also gives you the best place for your short trade entries. All of the yellow lines below are the greatest levels where I expect the price to bounce back up. They historically bounce back up because they're Fibonacci zones, support and resistance, bank levels, bot levels, quarters theory, okay? This chart right here alone, guys, is worth hundreds of dollars a month, thousands if you guys are hedge funds. I promise you. Like, follow this, watch this video down here if you guys need a little bit more of an explanation. This is my exact call for VeChain and the exact setups you guys could be looking for in here when this happens. If it breaks, you don't want to be just at the bottom. Let this come down, get a nice discount on VET, and ride this back up, because you are diversifying your risk greatly by not entering into a market order right now, because as shown in the metrics, and we're going to end here, as shown in the metrics, it is not a great time to take a long trade or a short trade. The best thing to do is to come over and look at the live trades and set your buy limits for your long trades and set your limits for your short trades. That is a full update for you guys on VET. Make sure you guys are coming over and watching this. God bless you guys so much. Have a good one. Let's see what happens with Ethereum, the hard fork coming out that already did, actually. Let's see what's happening with the price, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Snag your membership over here. And if you guys want any of these indicators, sorry I don't talk about this too much. If you want any of these indicators over here, go down to the description, or you guys can go to the website, go under indicators, and you guys can snag these if you want. They're 60% off. They're going to go up September 1st. Awesome. Okay. Snag them if you want. I'll keep you guys updated. God bless you so much. Let's see what happens. All right. Bye, guys.